Cameron, she, her pronouns, and I look forward to sharing leadership of today's service with Jimmy Handshaw. Whoever you are, wherever you live, whomever you love, and however you spend your days, you are welcome at the Unitarian Church of Harrisburg. Here at our services, we embrace the noises, movements, and mirth that children bring into our gatherings. We also celebrate neurodiversity, welcoming the overlapping lived realities of our people, including those with Tourette's syndrome who may need to express involuntary vocal tics during the service. All are invited to join us for coffee hour following this morning's service, either downstairs in the common room or on Zoom. I invite you to take this moment to hold our space here as sacred by silencing your electronic devices and preparing yourself to be present. Online or in person, we're grateful for this time together.
We have chosen to bring ourselves here to this sanctuary together to share as a community of faith. We join together in solidarity as a covenant people who are drawn together by the promise of connection and the mysterious pull of the unanswerable. As seekers, wanderers, appreciators of nature, and creators of connection, our paths have converged today so that we might become present in the spirit that is worship. And so, let us worship together.
Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the strength of
Each week, it is our tradition to light a chalice, which casts a circle of light to hold all of us. As we create anew this symbol of our shared faith, let us reflect on these words. We light this chalice for the first breath. We light it for the feeling child who arrives before words. We light it for every mother and for every child born from a mother. We light it for the biosphere that holds the breath before we breathe it, the water before we drink it, the food before we eat it, and the fragile conditions that allow a child to be born at all. We light it for the elder child in us, trying at last to remember what that little child already knew. We light it for the children yet to be.
We affirm our mission to encourage, equip, and empower, and we ask that you join in the affirmation of our covenant with one another. Love is the spirit of this congregation, and service is our gift. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. eastern sky, and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone.
Today's Time for All Ages is entitled Where the Wild Things Are, and it's by Maurice Sendak. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind and another. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." And he was sent to bed without eating anything. That very night in Max's room, a forest grew and grew and grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through night and day, and in and out of weeks and almost over a year to where the wild things are. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with his magic trick of staring into all of their yellow eyes without blinking once, and they were frightened, and they called him the most wild thing of all. And they made him king of all the wild things. And now, cried Max, let the wild rumpus start. Now stop, said Max, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely, and he wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around, from far away, across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said, "No." The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped onto the private boat and he waved goodbye. And he sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day and into the night of his very own room where he found his supper waiting for him, and it was still warm.
Let us join together in the spirit of meditation. The meditation prayer is from Meister Eckhart, a German Christian mystic, theologian, and Dominican friar who lived around the 13th century. He said, if the only prayer you ever say is thank you, that is enough. Thank you.
Now is the time when we engage as a community in the sharing of our joys and sorrows, our concerns and milestones. When we join together to hold each other in support and in celebration, we deepen our sense of interrelationship. We may find our sorrows eased and our joys magnified. I invite you to share them now through writing them on a slip or typing them in the virtual chat. Please indicate whether your message is okay to share aloud. You can also honor whatever you're holding in your heart by placing a stone into the water of community. Please come down the center aisle, returning to your seats by the side aisles. Spoken or unspoken, our hearts join with yours in carrying all that life brings. And one final stone for those hearts, those feelings that are still in our hearts. Thank you. All right. And we have from Katie Schiamana, asking for positive energy as I navigate some unexpected health challenges. And good morning greetings from Linda Hope and Mike the Boyle. From Wenji, he says, I'm glad I can watch the service this morning. Be blessed, everyone. From Denise Scotland, I'm getting settled in my new rental home after being forced to move within 60 days after 26 years. I know I will bloom where I'm planted eventually. This is from Desiree. I am 94 days sober, living at Recovery House. I'm being abused, harassed, bullied by a woman running it. Please pray for me. And from Libby, in thanksgiving to all who helped Jim and me at our house, where 3 big trees fell and crushed several of Jim's bonsai trees. Thank you. For chainsaws, food, and love.
Before I begin, I need to offer two disclaimers. First, I have never had an independent thought. Every thought I have had was given to me by my family, my teachers, my religion, my culture, and my tribe. Even the words I used to think were given to me. And as I have come to understand it, that goes all the way back to the ancient 5,000-year-old myth of the Tower of Babel. I have had millions of feelings like everybody else. Second, I am an elder. What I am about to say may be the wisdom of an elder, or it may be the delusions of an elder. You be the judge. Talk to me at coffee hour. A heart without words. 10 years ago, in my first lay-led service here, I began with the comedian Gracie Allen, who said, "I was so happy when I was born, I couldn't talk for a whole year." I love that line. I feel all children arrive that way. A full-body experience full of awe and wonder. If I could talk, I would say, "Thank you." Pure, independent feeling, no vocabulary to express it. A feeling heart without words. The thinking and language of the tribe and culture came later. They gave me a name. I didn't choose it. Beliefs, rules, and roles. And it's what happens to all of us. We were born feeling before we are taught to think. Hannah Arendt uses the word natality to describe the miracle of birth, the arrival of someone entirely new into the world. Every child begins again. Every child represents a possibility that has never existed before. So now I'm going to share two memories of mine growing up. First one is when I was 6 years old. I was playing in the backyard and the neighbor boy, just doing typical things. And out of the blue, he asked me, "Who do you love the most?" And I said, "My mother." And he said, "No, God." I didn't know that. For many years, I remembered that moment as though I had answered incorrectly. The other boy knew the approved answer. I did not. But now, as an elder child looking back, I see it differently. Little Jimmy answered from feeling. He had not yet learned that love was supposed to be arranged into a religious, political, and economic hierarchy. He answered with the person who had carried him, fed him, protected him, and welcomed them into life, my mother, everybody's mother. Years later, as a young adult, pushing 30, back in the late 60s, early 70s, I wrote this. If I could feel my feelings, if I could find my soul, if I could put my mind at ease and explain the folly in my roles, then I would know the answers to the questions I choose to ask and live my life accordingly with the frustrations of the past, the searching for the meanings, the questing of my soul, the second-handed living with the acting in my roles. Oh, can't you see, words cannot express the meaning of reality. Inside, I was searching for the child I had been before the roles took over. Little Jimmy never left. He was always there beneath the jobs of my job that I had, career, as a husband, a father, a citizen, church member, and a responsible grown man. and he was still asking childish questions that grown-ups learn to suppress. Now, as an elder, I can't believe this, I'm finally recovering something of little Jimmy's agency. I now look at the world through the eyes of the child in Hans Christian Andersen's story, the child who sees the emperor walking naked with all the respectable adults praising his magnificent clothing. Even today, a child may see an elective self-appointed emperor naked. And through my same eyes, I see political, economic, and religious dysfunction all around me. Again and again, through history, the pattern is the same. Someone gains control of the commons, and in doing so, try to control life itself. Someone claims ownership of what's once belonged to everyone. And this brings me to the Tower of Babel and Pope Leo XIV and his wonderful encyclical, Magnificent Humanity. AI, artificial intelligence, is the new Tower of Babel. Get used to it. Political, economic, and religious powers understand that every nation, corporation, religion with the most advanced AI ability will gain influence over language, knowledge, prediction, and human behavior. This is why AI has become a national security race and an economic struggle for who controls the new commons. Pope Leo understands the deeper danger. AI is a tool, not a living intelligence, and it must never be allowed to replace the dignity, judgment, or moral responsibility of the human person. The problem is not the tower itself, but the temptation of those who own it to treat their power as sacred and require everyone else to speak their language. Nations, countries ask, who will control this AI? Corporations ask, who will own it? Pope Leo asks, whom will it serve? Will it serve power, profit, an empire, or life, human feeling, and the children yet to be? The old tower was built from bricks and mortar. The new tower is going to be 3 Mile Island when you fire up that new one to run the data centers. It's built of data centers, computer chips, electric grids, algorithms, private databases, government contracts, patents, and a vast collection of human knowledge. But we must remember something essential. Artificial intelligence is not sentient. And as I've come to find out in studying all this in my life, Marshall McLuhan, language is not sentient. Artificial intelligence is a tool made from language. Both can express feeling or conceal feeling, clarify reality, distort reality, liberate people, control them. But neither one is alive. Only living beings feel. That would be you guys. The tools may help us ask better questions and solve important problems, but the tools must remain servants. The tower is not alive, the child is. And while preparing for this service, I returned to the preamble of the Declaration of Independence. And as a Unitarian Universalist, I rewrote it. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all people are created equal. They are endowed by they are endowed by creation with certain unalienable rights, and among those are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. unalienable rights defined as fundamental inherent rights that all people are born with and that cannot be surrendered, sold, or taken away by the government. Endowed by creation, not granted by a government, not awarded by a church, not purchased in a marketplace, not reserved for citizens with the correct documents. Unalienable means these rights belong to everyone, to every child born in the United States, every child born in the world. They belong to every child born in a detention center. No human being is illegal. Every person began as a child. Every person began with a first breath. That is why I say there are no other people's children. And if I say that, I also say there are no other people. We were all children. Marshall McLuhan wrote that the medium is the message. He also said that we live mythically and integrally, as it were, but we continue to think in the fragmented space and time patterns of the pre-electric age. It's taken most of my life to begin to understand that. We create tools, and then our tools reshape us. Language, writing, printing, electronic media reshaped us, and now AI is reshaping us. The question is not whether these tools are powerful. The question is whether they will remain servants of life or whether we will bow before them as gods. The miracle is not language. The miracle is not artificial intelligence. The miracle is the life in every child's first breath, supplied by the miracle of the biosphere that supports them. The birth of this child is where our responsibility begins to teach the child well. And in my opinion, this work takes more than one lifetime to complete. The older I get and the further back I look, even to the Tower of Babel, the more I think one lifetime is not nearly enough. We need to work on something that takes 1,000 lifetimes to complete. Not for me, not for thee, but for the children yet to be. And I need to end this with my mother again. My mother used to tell a story that when my sister, 5 years older than I, went off to grade school, she cried. Oh, my firstborn is going to school. When I went off to grade school, she sang the doxology. Praise God from whom all blessings flow. I guess Mom and I had a complicated theological relationship. But let's go forward now. She's a year before she died. She's in a nursing home with failing health. Glaucoma is taking her eyesight. She looked toward me and said, "Oh, Jim, oh, Jim, oh, Jim, if I could just see you again." And then she paused. "But then I've seen enough of you." That was my mother. I love you the most, Mom.
Good morning. I am Amy Firestein, and I am a UCH Board of Trustees elect, filling in for today's Board of Trustees person who was supposed to be doing this, but she double booked herself, and she's downstairs with our youth. I'm here to represent the important labor and leadership that our members offer to keep this congregation thriving. The Unitarian Church of Harrisburg is, as always, an intentionally gathered congregation of freely thinking, loving people. The church is created, sustained, and supported by us. Each week, we take up an offering where we ask each other to share money to support the church. We also use half of this money to help a charity, which is doing important work to improve the world. This month, we are sharing with Peace Promise. Peace Promise addresses the complexities of sex trafficking in the Harrisburg region by offering outreach and intervention, support and training, education and awareness, and economic empowerment for those who have experienced the weight of sexual exploitation. They partner with survivors in their healing process to provide for practical needs like housing and employment, while also addressing emotional support and life skills training to equip survivors to thrive in their journey to freedom. In just a moment, the greeters will start passing offering plates around. You can put cash, checks in the plate when it comes by. You can also donate online by scanning the QR code, which is on the back of your order of service, or by going to uchbg.org and scrolling to the bottom of the page for options. Your financial support and commitment matter. Please consider giving what you are able.
How did we get to this place? Where can we look at each other's face and see anything but beauty and understanding? I want to know who you are and face the suffering that keeps us far apart.
I can never truly see the world through your eyes or take away your pain.
The benediction is shaped from Walt Whitman's The Leaves of Grass. Go forth from this place singing the body electric. Go forth remembering that every body is sacred, every child is sacred, every breath is sacred. Go forth knowing that life is not an idea to be owned, not a word to be controlled, not a machine to be worshiped. Life is a miracle. The body is a miracle. The biosphere that holds us is a miracle. May we honor the child ourselves, the child in one another, the child yet to be. May we touch the earth, feel the grass, breathe the air, and remember that there are no other people's children. There are no other people. Go in peace. And my mother would also say, to a preacher, that I liked his sermons because they were short. So you're getting out early.